Hey, Jordan Sheridan, live for you on a wonderful, wonderful Monday here in New York. It is November 12th, 2018. Still a lot going on the news. If you were paying attention yesterday, I was live here on Sunday in a Sunday Super Chat, and I'm going to start going live every Sunday because we're building up a company, we're building up a media revolution, and we need your help. So Sundays I'll be live. I don't know the exact time yet. We'll promote that as we go. Thank you, Squirrel Lips, getting the super chat started. $1.99. There's Tommy Tahifi Bayless. He was live a couple hours ago. He'll be going live on this channel quite a bit more. And there's so much going on in the news. And we're going to have a little bit of a quick call-in. I've been trying to get Tim Canova via Skype, but he's been a very busy man. So he just said he will be home in 5 minutes and is going to be calling me. So I'm just going to pipe in from the phone his voice, and you'll be able to hear from Tim. Obviously, there is chaos, absolute chaos going on down in Broward County. There seems to be some real shenanigans. Frankly, I would call it election fraud that has gone on in South Florida, not just in Tim's race in 2016 versus Debbie Wasserman Schultz, but in this race, I mean, he only lost by 12 points in 2016, and then all of a sudden, he gets just under 5% of the vote. That doesn't make a lot of sense. And we know that there was paper ballots being destroyed in 2016, and we know that there has been total incompetence, and possibly worse than incompetence, in the races between Bill Nelson and Rick Scott and Andrew Gillum versus Ron DeSantis. So everyone's been asking, cover the story. I mean, I can't force Tim Canova to do an interview with me. I've been kindly harassing him since Friday to talk to me, but he's been busy. So he just told me he'll be home in a few minutes and is going to call me. As soon as he calls in, I'm going to pipe it in on my phone, and in post-production, we'll make it look a little more pretty, so you don't just see it, him speaking to me through phone. So that's coming up. Also, I want to give you an update because we really are trying to raise some money here. We got to raise money for In the Field reporting. We are six donors away. 6 donors away from 300 donors to our GoFundMe in 2 months. We've raised $19,752. I think a good goal for today's live stream is to get to 20,000. What do you think? Can we get to 20,000 and 6 more people to get us to 300? I believe so. And as a reminder, if you haven't heard it enough from me, you actually get cool stuff. If you donate to the GoFundMe, you can get a status quo. Let's see. You can get a status quo hat. Donate $100, you get a hat or a shirt. Where did I put the shirt? Hold on. Oh, I didn't upload the shirt. Oh well. You can get a status quo hat. You can get a status quo shirt. Either one of those you get for $100. So that's exciting. You could get for $200 the status quo swag bag. Status quo swag bag right there with signed goodies in there. You could get in there, might come some pens. We might give you a status quo water bottle. A lot of good things, a lot of exciting things. So we hope, for those of you who think we're pushing this too much, hey, if you want to see real reporting in the field, if you want us to be able to go in the field and stay out in the field, we have nobody to push this but ourselves. So sorry if you don't like it, but that's the deal. So as I wait for Tim Canova, I want to go over a few other quick things. Let's see. Oh, we got 79 people. Thank you, Tommy, $1.99 in the super chat. Squirrel Lips, another $1.99. Thank you very much. If you were paying attention to my live stream yesterday, we went over quite a lot of things, including, Nancy Pelosi. What are we going to do with this Nancy Pelosi as the Democratic leader? So I got another story on Nancy Pelosi today because apparently Nancy Pelosi sent a letter to the House Democrats. I'll give you a little tease. I'm not going to go into the full thing. Little tease here. Thank you, House Democrats, for saving America. Saving America. That's the message I hear across the country. Yeah, that's the message she heard from all the private fundraisers she held. You know, Nancy Pelosi did over 100 fundraisers with banks, oil companies, big pharma, real estate, financial lawyers. That's who she must have heard that message from. Special interest donors. That's who she heard that from, apparently. So, Let's see. Thank you, Sam. Sam's monitoring the good chat, the live chat. Imperial says, can't wait to hear what Tim Canova has to say. I agree. Mary Kung, thank you for reporting about Flint's water crisis. How do we get new pipes for everyone there? Mary, I've been working very diligently for 2.5 years. I've been there 13 times. I'm just trying to get the truth out. I don't know if I could get them good. I don't know if I can get them full pipes, but I can get the truth out. And there will be some developments in that story. Coming up. I can't get into the full detail, but our story, that would be Jen and I, our story is already in the hands of some powerful people that might be able to do something about it. And I believe there will also be some media coverage of our story coming up. So we've been working diligently. The work doesn't stop. When we, do the story. We then have to try and get the story out and all those good things. So let me put this in here. Support our reporting GoFundMe. Here we go. And let me give you a little behind the scenes. You guys like a little behind the scenes? So obviously Tim Canova has been talking about the race, him and Debbie Wasserman Schultz. He only got, he says he's ready. All right, let me call me. All right, Tim Canova coming to you now. It's not going to look too pretty because he's calling via phone, but here we go. Share this video and let people know Tim Canova is live here on Status Coup. And by the way, let me know if you think I need to shave my beard. I'm thinking of growing it out. Maybe grow it out a little longer, a little rubber band. I'm going down to Florida. Not Florida. I'm going on vacation, not in Florida, soon. And I was thinking about growing it out so I could just lie in a hammock and, braid it. So that's the plan. So, all right, I'll just call Tim. Here we go. Hello.
Hi, how you doing?
Good. You are on live right now, so don't say anything you don't want out to the public.
Okay, you got it. Thank you.
So joining me is Tim Canova. He ran as an independent, obviously, against Debbie Wasserman Schultz this go-around. He also ran in 2016, that time as a Democrat. And before I ask you, I just got to say how, if you don't even pay attention to what happened, it doesn't make a lot of sense to the common sense person that you could go, you were down, I think you lost 12 points in 2016 under very questionable circumstances to, I think you got less than 5% this time, which doesn't really make sense. Sure, you changed to an independent, but you would have more name recognition this time. From what I could see, you had a very strong ground game there. You have been very outspoken against the Broward County Supervisor of Elections, who you were ranting about, justifiably, the last few years, because she destroyed the paper ballots in 2016, a crime.
Yes.
And now she's become a national story. So in your election, Tim, what is going on? Was there rigging? Was there...
I'll say right up front, I have little doubt that there was rigging. We had a great campaign here. We didn't... let me just say from the beginning that the official narrative is that I went from something like 25,000 votes in a closed primary to half that many in this general election. Nobody believes it who was on the ground here. Nobody. There were a lot of Republicans who were breaking our way in the final 2 weeks, just on the basis of a Republican news outlet. The Floridian Press published a report that there was a Republican poll that had me neck and neck with Wasserman Schultz at 34% each. We had heard from several other people about polls that were out there that pretty much were saying the same thing. We didn't have much money to poll. This campaign was so different from the last time because we didn't have the same kind of resources. I think we probably raised less than $500,000, whereas last campaign it was almost $4 million. And for a while it seemed like it was all uphill sledding, but in the last 2 weeks, maybe last month of the campaign, it really caught fire. And we had a great ground operation, much better than Wasserman Schultz. We had canvassers at every early polling site in our district, and on election day, I think at just about every polling site in the district. And we had a big texting operation. I think there were 150,000 text messages that had been sent out in just a 3-day period a couple weeks before the election. We had targeted Facebook ads. We had a number of things that we were doing that were all gelling. And our experience on the ground was that it was a close neck-and-neck race. And that maybe, if anything, we were pulling ahead. Now, I know I'm not supposed to say that. When you lose, you're supposed to take your licks and keep your mouth shut and don't complain about the results. And I really don't care. I'm a tenured law professor. I have no plans to run for office again, especially as long as there are electronic voting machines. I've turned my life upside down for 2 races that both have the feel of having been manipulated at the end and perhaps stolen. And I really don't care what people say about me. I went in this to speak the truth, and the truth is that our election system is a sham. To be tied to electronic voting machines where you cannot even inspect the software, so you have to base it on trust. Well, who are we trusting here, Jordan? We're trusting Brenda Snipes and Debbie Wasserman Schultz? No, thank you. I think it's a big waste of time for progressives to run for office in this country in any jurisdiction that has electronic voting machines with any kind of history of being tampered with. And I've heard from lots of folks in the last few weeks, and especially the last few days, saying much the same happened to them or to one of their candidates.
Hey, Tim, hold on one second. I'm having a buffering issue, so I'm going to call you right back.